I just wanted to come out here and talk about a few things. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, stay tuned right after this intro. Thank you for watching that intro. If you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you can see everything that I do here in my studio and show you tips and tricks like I try to all the time. If you are returning, welcome back. You know how we do. So I want to talk about a few things that I'm getting into. I do have another video coming out. It is going to be talking about how I am revamping my business. It's going to be something good. I know it's the end of the year. I should have did it at the beginning of the year, but I think that it's gotten to that point that I need to change. So please stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button so you can see what I'm going to be doing. Today's video, we are going to be talking about, I ordered a sample and it's for my line. And I think that, let me just get right to it. So it's a woman's hoodie or zip up hoodie, as you can see, but it's crop top. So I've seen a lot of women here, especially in Florida, kind of hot during the day. Sometimes it gets chilly at night and you know, they want to throw on something. So I figured that I can order a sample of this and see how it works out for me. If I like it, if I'm able to do what I'm gonna do with it for my brand, then I will continue to order a bulk order from them. So this crop top is completely 100% polyester. Now, it feels like polyester, and I'm hoping that even the fabric inside, yeah, it could be polyester. I mean, it says it's polyester, so I got a sample. You know, I even paid for the sample. They didn't ship me a sample for free. I paid for this sample. So, and I get it, everybody's got to make money, but if I'm gonna buy a bulk order from you, depending on how it sells, I'm not telling you guys to go out there and just buy, you know, 1, 2, 3 cases of shirts and it just sits there as dead stock. You don't want to do that. That's why I get one sample. I would definitely, you know, do it for somebody, let them wear it. If I see that it's getting some kind of feedback from it and people are asking for it, where'd you get it from, how much it costs, whatever, then I would go ahead and order a small bulk, about 10 to 15 of each size, because you don't want a lot of dead stock. That's for sure. I don't print all of them in one shot, maybe 1 or 2, and I'll keep them in the car. I'll keep them here in the studio as they sell online. You know, whatever the case may be, I'll have 2 or 3 ready to ship, you know, in each size. So I'm very excited about this. I mean, it's got some weight to it. It is 100% polyester, and what I'm going to be doing with it is sublimating. I don't think I'm going to be sublimating all over prints, but I think that, you know, a back print, maybe some sleeve prints. I think that might be good for this. I'm actually testing this one out for my daughter. I have some, this is gonna be a back print. Of course, you know, when you print it out, it prints out horizontally or flip it, whatever you wanna call it. Yes, so this is the print I'm gonna be doing for my daughter. This is a dog that we used to have when she was born, and you know, we put him to sleep before we actually moved to Florida. So he's really, you know, deep. He's a very good dog. Let's just put it like that. So I also got this print, which I'm going to be putting on the top of the hood. So when she puts the hood down, the name will be there of the dog. I have The sleeve prints, this is gonna be split in half. One half is gonna be with the footprint. The other half is gonna be with the wording of Pitbull in 2 colors. Now guys, like I said, this is just for my daughter. I'm gonna try it out. If I can sublimate on this and it comes out beautifully for her hoodie, then it's golden and I will work it into my brand. But for now, you know, winter's coming. These crop tops I think are gonna go. So let me take you over to the press. Might not be tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, but I will add it to this video. And we're gonna press this up and we're gonna see how it looks. What's the outcome? Here at my heat pressing station, pretty much took the moisture out of the polyester zip up hoodie, or crop top if you wanna say it. I lint rolled it all out. I do have a piece of butcher paper on the bottom. Let me get the top one. Here's gonna be my top piece. Yeah, so this is the back design. Guys, this hoodie is not completely, how should I say, straight. So it's a little bit hard. But when when you buy stuff in quantity, or when you buy hoodies that are just thrown together at a cheaper price, that's the way it usually comes. Most of the major brands, some Gildan, even if you go to Michael's, the what's the All Makers, I think brand it is, most of them are not sewed completely straight. Some of them are more tighter at the bottom than up top. Sometimes the edging of underneath the armpits are a little bit off. So for you to center your design onto that type of material, it makes it a little bit harder. Usually when I do this, I will use the Urbani t-shirt ruler. If you want to purchase one of these, you can go down in my description. It's there for you guys. It helps out the channel if you purchase one through us. But at this point, I'm not going to use it. I'm just eyeballing it. Pretty much doing it finger-wise. And I have it pretty much centered. I got about 2 inches or 3 fingers from the bottom. About 3 fingers from each side. From seam to seam, from shoulder to shoulder. I think I'm pretty golden here. Actually, the line for the hood actually matches up with this line. And I have another line down here, but of course, this is all so messed up, so there's no way I could do it. So all I did was a 3 finger or 2 inches, whatever you want to call it. And that's the way it's going to be. So my press is almost the temperature. I also got the 2 sleeves like I told you guys before. I had the hood print, but I think I'm gonna be using that on a hat press. So once I finish here, I would switch you guys over to the hat press so you guys can see the hat press in action. Like I said, I'm just waiting for this to heat up and then we're gonna press away. My heat press is up to temperature. So I'm doing this at 400 degrees and I'm doing it for 52 seconds. So 400 degrees for 52 seconds. This is what I have it down for. So here's my top butcher paper here. Now I have medium to light pressure. And here we go. All right guys, so I think it's done there. I'm gonna lift it up slowly so nothing jumps. I have a little bit of bleed through there. And here we go. Oh, it did sublimate, guys. Did sublimate. It didn't take all of it, which is okay. I could deal with it. But it looks actually pretty good, guys. I am very impressed. Let me grab it out of here without burning myself, so I can show you guys. I even got the heart print on the butcher paper. Let me just shut this off for right now. Oh wow, guys, yes, yes, yes. So let me just look at that. Look at that, guys. So don't get me wrong, this sweater, it's okay. For some reason, I think that the sublimation should have came out. I mean, the colors are vibrant. I guess it's just the way the material is on the hoodie. It did come out. I'm not gonna say it didn't, but because of the little holes, I guess the breathable fabric, well, it's not breathable, but I guess the stitch, not stitching wise, but just the material in general has, you know, dots, or it's not smooth like cotton. It's actually, you know, it has lines through it. But at the end, I will show you each graphics. I'm gonna set the sleeve up, and then we'll press the sleeve. All right, guys, so now it's time to do the sleeve. I'm actually gonna be using a press pillow because there is a seam on the underside of it, and I don't want my image, I guess, to, you know, branch off anywhere else. I want the ink to stay on the fabric where I want it to stay at. So all I did was take the inside crease, and I just made the same amount of space on top and bottom. I followed the crease, the stitch line from here all the way down to the stitch line down here, and I just made it, you know, completely straight. So now I got a piece of butcher paper with my press pillow, and I'm gonna stick it inside. And you're not gonna see the crease, guys, but I mean, just follow the corners. So I'm trying to show at the same time and get it inside the sleeve, pretty much. See, the line disappeared for me, but I know that from the stitch line to the stitch line down here, which is going to be centered here, I can feel it here. So I know that my design has to be, you know, from there to there. I'm probably gonna do maybe 3 fingers, depending. I think it's 11 inches long. I already have my image here with tape on it. Just make sure that you are putting it the correct way and the image is not going down. So I am gonna branch off of this corner here and try to get it as best as possible. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it to at least be somewhat in the area that you need it. So from there, I will do 3 fingers from here, 3 fingers from here, and that looks about right to me. Now I'm gonna do a little bit more firm pressure, and I'm also gonna do it this time for 60 seconds, just to see if the ink transfers a little bit more. Like I said, I've done polyester little small prints, and I did that one polyester shirt which took the ink beautifully, and the colors came out very vibrant. So let's get right to it. There. Let me double check here. Yeah, that looks about right there. That looks about right there. So it looks good to me. Let me just make sure everything's here. Let me grab my sheet that I'm gonna throw over it. Throw this over it. Now I'm gonna try to see if I do still light pressure. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier. You don't have to, but I'm gonna do it just, ow, that's hot. I'm gonna do it just to, now we're gonna do this for 60 seconds. All right, guys, that is 60 seconds. I'm gonna lift it up slowly. Throw that steam. And I tell you what, guys, print came out good. It actually drew a lot more ink, and it came out a lot darker. I'm telling you, these blacks are nice. As you can see, it took most of the ink off. And let me just shut this down so I can show you guys. So I take this out. There's no bleed through here. Now what I did notice before, it was a small stain on here. I guess that's just from manufacturer or whatever the case may be. I still think that it might have been a little bit too hot because I see it, the color is like a little bit like brownish, but here is the print there. Those blacks are nice. I think it's just the material. See, this was the stain that was here. Like I said, this is just a test and trial, and it looks okay. But the blacks came out nice this time. A lot deeper than these. Well, about the same. So I guess I can leave it at 52 seconds. So let me do the other sleeve and I move you over to the hat press when it's time to do the hood. We are at the hat press. This hat press is a little off. That's why I use a temp gun to actually do it. Usually I only do vinyl and I leave it set to that temperature. Right now I got it set at 380 for 52 seconds. But on my temp gun, it's giving me 394, 392, 390, and then now I'm at 400, 402 in the middle. So it keeps fluctuating a lot. I'm hoping that this works out. It should work out. I mean, it's close to 400, so only time, I mean, this is supposed to be 6 inches. My design is 6 inches, so I'm hoping that it does the whole thing. So let me just grab this butcher paper here, and maybe I should trim this butcher paper down. This is why I want this one particular press that has multiple platinums, just to do stuff like this. Because using a hat press, especially like this, is horrible. I would rather have it flat than curved. But, you know, you got to use what you have. And I'm not saying it's a bad press, because it's definitely not a bad press. It's just, you know, I need something more functional for me. And I'm hoping this is going to work. So what I want to do is put this on there. And I want to get the seam line. See, that's not, I don't know, guys. I don't think this is gonna grab the whole thing. Let me move it over just a hair. This might be a bust here. Guys, it's not gonna grab the whole thing. All right, guys, so we'll just do it and then we'll move it over as needed. I don't have another choice. So we'll just keep moving it over in sections. This is why you should have the proper equipment to handle what you need. Now that I know that this hat press will not do what I need it to do, I'm definitely gonna have to push to find another one. I had one on back ordered and they've never got a hold of any, so now I have to look through other measures to find a new press that does exactly what I want that particular press did. So it is what it is. That's the name of the game. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't, you know? Now what I'll do is I'll move it over, I'll repress it again, and I'm hoping that it doesn't give me that ghosting. All right, let's just take this off. Man, it came out pretty good still. It's got some ghosting, like I said before, which I didn't want, but it's okay. And of course, the seam didn't come out completely. I don't know if you can see the seam there. It didn't come out completely done. And that's because it was squishing it down as it turned, which is not a big deal, not a breaker. But the whole idea of this hoodie was to be able to read the name from the back, but now it doesn't. So it's all right. It was supposed to be read this way. So I wanted it, so when she had the hood down, I wanted it to read perfectly. And I made that mistake. That is my mistake. But okay, let me just lay this down here so you guys can see it. Let me bring this down. So it did transfer quite nice. It's not perfect like I would have. The sleeves came out beautiful. Yeah, I think the sleeves came out beautiful. Also, that press that I wanted did do the sleeves the way I really originally wanted it to be done. But let me grab you guys here. So this is the way it came out. The vibrancy is beautiful. Colors are beautiful. The blacks are awesome. Blacks on this side are awesome. The sleeves came out wonderful. The top, I messed up. It was supposed to be flipped around, but it still came out good. The colors are good. Everything came out good. The blacks, I'm telling you, these blacks are black, black, black. But if you can see the way the material is, you can see the lines through it, but it's okay. The paw prints came out beautiful. Now this is the dog's actual paw prints. When we, put him to sleep, that's the way it was. That's what they gave us, along with his, a plaque and stuff like that. Let's see, you can see the material underneath, but all the shading came out beautifully. Now these pictures are very, very, very old, so the only thing that was an HD was the actual picture inside of the heart that I did. But either wise, guys, this hoodie came out nice. Besides the mess up I did, but it's all right. It's still run. All right, guys. So on this note, I thank you guys for watching. Definitely get yourself the appropriate press to do tags and stuff like that. Especially when you're doing small stuff like this, you will want like a 5x5 or whatever the case may be. Don't be like me and try to skim it out on a hat press, because it's not gonna work and you're gonna get ghosting. And yeah, just get the appropriate machinery that you need. Don't go crazy buying stuff that you don't need. So just get the one that you think is gonna help for your business. Yeah, like I said, stay tuned for the next video I have coming up. I'm gonna be revamping my business, and you guys are gonna wanna see it and hear about it. And maybe there might be some questions I have for you guys that might know about certain things that I might need. Definitely stay tuned for that. I thank you all for watching. On this note, man, peace, love, stay patient, be blessed, and I'll see you on the next one.